this is Hans, the Ramen Raider. Oh, the stove is dirty. Anyways, it's another episode of It's Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. Today I've got something new from South Korea, for those of you who like spicy. This is Samyang Carbo Topokki Ramen. So, what is this? It's pretty hardcore stuff. Where's the directions are kind of a little funky, but we'll get there. So it's ramen and tteokbokki. I will show you what is to do with said things. First off, noodles. This is a very standard and well-preserved block of noodles. Look at that. Right in the pot with the 500 milliliters of liquid. And then we've got the tteokbokki, and it's got to be going in with it. There's like no way. So I just need a pair of scissors to facilitate that activity. And there's the scissors. That's what we gotta do. We're gonna drop them in. Don't eat that. They're these little tube things. They're made out of rice flour. And it's really good. There's those. And then the next thing it says is you add, it says twice, add flake. And this would be the flake sachet, but this is powdered. So I'm going to wait into the end and do everything the rest at the end. And it's 5 to 6 minutes, so let's get it. Yeah, we'll say it's already been a certain amount. Alright. So what's new with everybody? It's Friday over here. I am stoked. Other than being Friday, you know, it's Friday and it's a Friday with shades of Friday. I'm happy it's Friday, honestly. This should prove to be a pretty good weekend. We got some... Dude! Hold on. That's better. But yeah, it should be a pretty good weekend. We're going to go out to this restaurant. We got invited. It was actually a gift to go to this restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant run by... The chef is from Malaysia. And he does interesting things. He'll make like fried rice with bits of durian in it. And I know you're thinking like, how's that Italian? But he does these portobello mushrooms that, I'm not a big mushroom guy, but I'll tell you what right now, that the way he does it, it's like they're steak. It tastes like they're just perfect little bites of this amazing steak. I mean, screw steak, I'll eat the mushrooms. I mean, they're that good. And make squid ink pasta. There's just all sorts of really high-end fancy stuff. I remember one time, because it's an annual thing, these people give us this as a gift every year. And it's funny because he brought over had a big thing of, what do you call them? Truffles, like white truffle mushrooms. And he was talking about how much they cost and all that. But one of the dishes that time had truffle in it, and I'd never really experienced truffle that way. And boy, that's like, it tastes like the attic, but it's cool. It's just got this way rich, funky, different flavor that I've never experienced elsewhere. It was really cool. Here, you calm down a little bit. I don't want you to... I'm giving it a stir currently. Yeah, I think if I put that other stuff in there right now, it would be a bad scene. Now, let me look at the package again. Yeah, it looks like you put the sauce in, so... Being that it's a Buldak style, it has the liquid. However, there's 2 of them. I'm glad I'm the only one out here because... Oh man, if my wife were home and I was doing this, she would just be like, ah! Because I know this is going to smell really strong. Okay, here we go. There's 1. Dark red stuff. Now you might be wondering, is this going to be a mukbang? Unfortunately, there is no way. I don't know how I would do enough exercise to be able to handle doing this as a mukbang. So, but I'm of course I'll try it. I'm gonna eat a nice tasty amount of this stuff. But basically, it's just carbo that comes with actual topokki. So, and there's more there. Oh yeah. Can you smell it? I want to give a shout out to my buddy Eric in Germany. He's been having some run-ins with some nefarious characters lately. And what I was telling him earlier, I was like, dude, just bring some of your... He is like a hardcore fan of fire noodle related stuff. And yeah, I told him, dude, just bring some fresh fire noodle with you, and you won't have to deal with these unsavory types trying to rob you. Just like offer them some noodles, and they'll be like, dude, you're cool. Yeah, he does. I guess where he lives in Germany, in the city, it's just like pretty common. He gets people trying to give him the hassle. But he knows that Hayat Krav Maga stuff, so I guess that's pretty helpful in that situation. But yeah, man, stay safe. Don't get yourself all injured. And yeah. Stir, stir, stir. Wow, this is just like a big mess of carbo goodness. Let's see if you can take a look. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Yeah, Eric actually was on the show in February, or we were just talking about it earlier too. He was on in January, but the show is always like a month after I've recorded, so. Yeah. Good times. I think at that point he was like in Istanbul. Talking about Istanbulation? I don't know. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll have to have him on again. I don't know. The people were like... nobody really commented much on the fact that I had people on the show. And I had some good guests for the few episodes that I did that, and nobody seemed to, you know, it's like, I'm not going to waste their time putting them on, having them on the show if people aren't going to be like, hey, cool, you got people on the show. Plus, it kind of runs into like scheduling conflicts. It's like, unless you are ready right when I'm ready to go, it's tough. Alright. Now that looks like a severely tasty and sloppy mess of loving right there. So I'm ready to give this a try. I've had this for a couple months and I've just been like, man, it's just got to be the right frickin' day. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Alright, now it's carbonara. What do you have in carbonara? Bacon, pork. So I sliced up some chashu, but this is hot fried chicken, or it's chicken flavor. At least it's chicken, hot chicken flavor sauce with the carbonara. So I baked some chicken and put it in it too. So this is what we got. So we're gonna stir the heck out of this. And this is what I like to call a meat extravaganza now. We got the pork. We got the chicken. Some serious hardcore loving right there. And yeah, mung bean sprouts. Not something I would normally add in something like this, but since it's so saucy, it should make them less stark white. Yeah, see? So that'll, just like that, adds a little bit of crunch, which is nice. A little veggie crunchy. Now, more standard in Korean cuisine, you'd be seeing soybean sprouts. Look at that. Oh my god. Yeah. So you all should know by now what's going to happen to this. And my buddy Eric in Germany definitely knows what's going to happen to this. Or at least most of it. And, you know, people are like, won't your family eat it? It's like, no, they won't eat it. I'm the only one who can do spicy here. Especially this caliber of spicy. So yeah, it's going to get thrown away. Alright, I think we're about ready to finish her off here. I'm going to use a bowl. This is a standard Korean kitchen implement. This is called a dalsot. I don't know if it's dalsot or dolsot or I don't know, but it's D-O-L-S-O-T. Enough said. And this oh wow. Look at that. Wow. And just to finish her off, we'll throw a little bit of seed on top. And some spring onion. And that Yeah, that's a thing of beauty right there. I would totally do a mukbang of this. Just if I would have had this like maybe 8 months ago. But sorry. All right. Oh, there was schmutz on the lens. I'm very sorry about that. That's very hard to combat. But is that better? A little bit? Here. Okay. That's better. Alright, well, hey, this has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment to your noodles every day. Have a good one and bye.